Brand new one from Nomfundo Mo as well as Ubuhle. They say Uyakholwa here on Something Brighty. It is 25 minutes just before 10 o'clock, Malafbag. And earlier on, I did say that when it comes to today's Wellness Wednesday, we are going to do yoga. And reason being is number one, that August is National Wellness Month, and it focuses on the practice of stress management as well as self-care methods and implementing healthy routines in your body. So this morning, you and I are speaking to Keri and Cross. She is a yoga student manager at Brooklyn, and she is also a teacher, and she is going to tell us all things when it comes to yoga. Good morning, Keri. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I am very well, Keri. Before we get anywhere, can you please explain the concept of yoga?
All right. So the word itself, yoga, it means union. So it's a bringing together of the whole person, a unity of balance and all aspects of,
It's okay.
and all aspects of ourselves, right? So it's an internal journey, and it's where we find release and serenity. So just to go a bit further into it, so yoga aims at balancing the nervous system and the endocrine systems. So it massages your internal organs, it sends fresh oxygenated blood throughout your system, your tissues, your cells. It improves circulation, it strengthens the deep muscles of the body, it improves the skeletal structure, and it keeps the joints mobile. So there is a variety of benefits of doing yoga. If it's practiced correctly, it can enhance concentration, awareness, and it's basically a holistic approach to health and healing.
I didn't know. You said that it's something to do with your nerve system.
Yes.
I didn't know. I usually thought when it comes to yoga, like the concept of yoga is just to make sure that you are fit and also, calm down your stress and your breathing. I didn't know it deals with your nerves.
Yes, definitely. And your endocrine system. So that's where all your hormones get released through your endocrine system.
Okay.
So that sits basically on near your spine, and that's the chakra points of the body as well.
Okay.
See, so they work together. So that's basically what it does as well. But it also physically and mentally cleanses and strengthens the overall body, and that's obviously one of the most achievements. Yeah.
Are there any types of yoga?
Yes, there's many. So there are various parts of yoga to suit all different personalities, to suit different needs and so on. Our main practice that we teach at Yoga Connection in Brooklyn is Hatha Yoga.
Okay.
So Hatha Yoga is basically a collective name for all the asanas, the postures, right? And the pranayamas, which are breathing techniques. So the way in which you practice these postures are then referred to as styles. So the postures stay the same, but then the style is different. So for example, we get to Vinyasa Yoga. So Vinyasa is more of a flowy, a bit of a stronger class. You can call it Vinyasa flow or just flow yoga.
Okay, Vinyasa.
Vinyasa,
All
yeah.
right,
There
all
we go.
right.
And then you also get, for example, Iyengar. So Iyengar is where you practice more the placement of the body. So the emphasis is more on the alignment of the body, and then precision of the technique is key in Iyengar.
Okay.
Yeah. You get Yin as well.
Oh,
So Yin is a restorative type of yoga. It works on the fascia and the deep ligaments and the tissues of the body, and it just helps to really release any energy or, say, emotional blockages you may have, and it just helps to restore the body, especially as you age.
so when you say yin, it's all has to do with like the spirit and your atmosphere and your aura, because you're saying it releases.
It's more like it's still the hatha postures that you use, but you
Okay.
hold them for longer periods. So you work deeper within those tissues. You really start to pull those tissues apart, creating space, just making them youthful again, if you want to say it like that. Yeah.
So what if you went to like rehab, you went through a terrible accident? Will yin yoga, the type of yoga, would that be okay for rehab?
Definitely. So yin, as well as just finding a teacher that's able to accommodate for your body and your limitations. So we've got yoga blocks, you've got straps, you've got bolsters that you can use, and we also offer classes like that. So if you have been in an accident, you've got limitations in your shoulders, your knees, or whatever, you can come to one of our classes where we will adapt the postures for your needs.
And what is the biggest aim for yoga? Because I'm learning a lot right now, but What is the biggest aim for yoga?
So the main aim to me, and this is obviously everyone has an opinion, and everyone's opinion is correct as well. But to me, it's to create balance in the body, to create harmony within the body. So balance of body and mind.
Oh, yeah. Balance and body and mind. My love, but you heard it for yourself. We're going to still learn more and also do a bit of meditation coming up. This is Something Brunchy.
What happens within our joints, we get stuck energy, right? Or stuck prana, as we'd like to call it. Prana being vital life force energy, right? Energy. And these postures then help to release that energy and allow it to then flow throughout the body and to either release it or to just gain more energy within the body.
Yeah. So what are the different, why does they differ, these poses? I mean, you mentioned the energies and stuff, but besides the others, like, why do they differ?
So, for example, backward bending postures, they are good for people who are looking to be more courageous. It's opening yourself up into the world, saying, I'm here, let me go for it. And then, for example, forward bending postures would be more to bring humbleness into your life. Bending down, almost, in that way. And then obviously you get the really hard, the stronger poses such as the warrior series, right? That builds strength within the body. It allows you to just be more adaptable, I suppose you can say it like that, and just have more endurance to go through whatever you need to go through, not just in a form of exercise, but also in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to give reference to movies right now.
Because I've seen them.
So there's some movies where before they start with any yoga meditation, they would usually connect to a certain realm. Where does that connectivity, where are we connecting to? Is it a spiritual realm, or what kind of realm does the individual connect to?
I think in movies it can be over dramatized.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it a realm for certain, but I would say that you connect to your higher self and then eventually to the collective consciousness, because everything is energy, everything is vibration. So thoughts, actions, movements, everything is vibration. No matter if you can see it or not, you can still feel it. It's energy. So you're just connecting to yourself, and not that yourself that's just all these thoughts going on in your mind, but that quiet self within you, that observer, that real true you, and then obviously the collective consciousness as well. Yeah.
Now it makes sense why some people, they'll say they find strength when they are doing yoga, and they feel better after a session because they connect to their true person.
Exactly. And then you also have these meditation sessions around the world where they'll say, okay, 8 p.m. Central African time, 8 p.m. CST, wherever, we're going to all collectively meditate.
Yeah.
And it is so powerful because it's everybody getting onto basically the same wavelength of calming down, focusing on breath, focusing on intent of love, of light. And it can be so powerful to the individual as well as the collective conscious.
So as a beginner myself, is it advisable to start the journey without a professional help?
Well, I would definitely say come to our studio. We do cater mainly for beginners.
Okay.
We do have some intermediate classes, but a lot of our classes are focused on beginners. So there are obviously a lot of YouTube videos out there as well, and I wouldn't say don't do them.
Okay.
Go for it, do them, but find the video that suits you. So you get a lot of teachers that want to show off their postures and all these crazy pretzel things, when that's, to me, is not the aim. The aim is to find the balance, to find the sturdiness within you, and to be how can I say, to be comfortable in a posture before moving on to the next. Not what it looks like, it's about what it feels like. And you must remember, everybody has their own limitations of their body. It can be proportion, it can be orientation, and saying that a posture needs to look a certain way is just, it's incorrect. Yes, you have to obviously align in a certain way, but depending on your bodies, your hips, your shoulders, it might look slightly different. And that's what you need to find, a teacher that understands that and adapts the posture to your body, or gives you variations that you can use to adapt your own body.
Oh my word. So is there like a process that you need to do or requirements? Can I eat before I start a yoga session? What are the requirements before I go to my yoga session?
It's a good question. So I would definitely not recommend eating, just because we do work a lot on the internal organs as well, massaging them, toning them, and that sort of thing. But really, there's no requirements. You come to the class and we help you then to relax, to breathe, to let go, to really tune into your body and then into your practice as well.
My love bag. I'm getting chills. I don't know about you. I'm getting chills. Coming up, you and I are about to meditate and do it correctly. It's 10 minutes just before 10. It is Gloria with Lig Awesome. My love bag, leading us to 7 minutes just before 10 o'clock. We are about to meditate with Keri right now. And Keri, just before we start meditating, I want to know from you, is there should you be spiritually inclined before you meditate, or even if you're not spiritually woke, you can just do it?
Exactly that. So it's up to you, it's up to the person. You do not have to be spiritually inclined, because you are just basically silencing within yourself.
Okay. Yeah. So can we can start meditating? I'm really closing my eyes.
Good. All right. So it's preferable to be in a seated position where your base is nice and supported, so a cross-legged position, and your spine is nice and straight.
Okay.
Right. So let's just take an inhale here. And as we exhale, just sigh it out, release. The breath is one of the things that really helps you to release any tension in the body. Mm-hmm. So closing our eyes now, being mindful of our spine, let's just check in with our body. So how does our head feel right now? Is our jaw clenched? Can we relax our jaw? Our neck and our shoulders, let's just roll them up to the ears, rolling them back, pushing, opening our chest. And just feel, are you letting go of any tension and stress you're holding on to in your jaw, your shoulders? Just checking in with our spine, keeping it nice and straight. Our hips, are they grounded? Are they perhaps tight? Just releasing into those hips. Now take your awareness to your breath, just your natural breath. Just become aware as you inhale the cool air through your nose, back down the back of your throat, filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, the warm air coming through, passing the back of your throat and out through either the nose or the mouth, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Just observing, being a witness of your natural breathing. You might find, as you bring awareness to your breath, it naturally deepens. The breath is one thing that's just unconsciously happens, but it is something that we can consciously take. Put focus on, an emphasis. So allowing your breath to deepen more, really filling up those lungs. Imagine as if you've got a balloon, and every inhale fills it up to its limit, to its max. And as you exhale, it really contracts, trying to exhale a little bit longer, trying to get all that stale air out of your lungs. There's a breathing technique I'd like to practice with you now, which is called the square breath. This type of breathing is really good for releasing tension, stress, and it even assists with anxiety. So you're going to imagine in your mind, you're just going to visualize, you've got a square in front of you, and you're going to inhale up the side of the square for 1, 2, 3, 4,